An eval is only as good as the inputs you test it with. If every test case you write is easy, your prompt will look great in testing and then fall apart in the real world. In this lesson, we're building an eval set, a small, curated collection of inputs that actually represents what your prompt will face, including the cases most likely to break it. Here's the good news. You don't need 1,000 examples. 15 to 30 well-chosen cases will catch the vast majority of problems, and that's small enough to review by hand. The goal isn't volume, it's quality and coverage. A handful of sharp, varied test cases will teach you more about your prompt than a huge pile of easy ones ever will. Your eval set should mirror the inputs your prompt will actually receive. If you're summarizing support tickets, your test cases should look like real support tickets. Different lengths, tones, topics, and quality. A common mistake is writing your own test inputs in clean grammatical prose. Real inputs are messy, and messy is exactly where prompts break. So, where do you find realistic cases? 3 good sources. Historical data is the best option if you have it. Past emails, tickets, documents, or transcripts. Logs of the prompt already in use are another great source. Once it's live, you can sample real inputs flowing through it. And if you have neither, you can use synthetic generation, asking the AI itself to generate varied realistic examples, then curating them by hand. A strong eval set deliberately spans 4 kinds of cases, and you want a real mix, not a pile of just one type. Typical cases are your bread and butter, the common inputs that confirm the prompt does its main job well. Most of your set should live here. Edge cases are unusual but still valid. Very long or very short inputs, multiple topics crammed into one, odd formatting, a different language. These are what find brittleness. Adversarial cases are designed to trip the prompt up. Ambiguous requests, contradictory information, attempts to make it ignore its instructions, or content that looks like an instruction but is really just data. And empty or malformed cases test blank input, garbage characters, or the wrong kind of content entirely. A good prompt should fail gracefully here instead of inventing an answer. What if you don't have real data yet? You can use the model itself to bootstrap a set, then prune it down. The lesson walks through a meta prompt for exactly this. It describes the prompt being tested, in this case a support message classifier, and asks the AI to generate a set of test messages that are deliberately varied. Some typical, clear-cut examples, a few edge cases like very short or multi-topic messages, a couple of adversarial cases, including one that tries to inject an instruction, and one malformed case that's near empty or garbage. The key detail is that it also asks the model to label each case with the expected category and a one-line reason it belongs in the set. That reason is gold. It forces real variety and gives you an instant sanity check on whether the case is doing its job. Once you have your cases, how do you record what a good answer looks like? For tasks with a clear right answer, like a category label or an extracted date, just record it. Scoring later becomes a simple exact match or contains check. But for open-ended tasks like summaries, rewrites, or explanations, there's no single right answer. Don't write one golden output and demand a word-for-word match, or you'll end up optimizing your prompt to mimic your own writing instead of actually being good. Instead, record acceptance criteria, a short list of things a good output must do. For a summary, that might be captures the main complaint, names the product, stays under 50 words, neutral tone. Keep this all in a simple table or spreadsheet with an ID, the input, the category, the expected answer or criteria, and a note. It's the single most reusable asset you'll build. Once your eval set is good, freeze it. The whole point is that your test cases stay constant while you change the prompt. If you keep editing both at once, you can never tell whether a score change came from the prompt or from the cases. Over time, you'll add new cases, especially when a real failure shows up that your current set missed. That's healthy, but add cases deliberately, as a separate step from prompt tuning, not in the middle of it. Treat your eval set like a growing library of known hard problems. Now it's your turn. Head to this lesson on Free Academy AI and use the interactive prompt playground to try the meta prompt yourself, or paste it straight into ChatGPT or Claude. Describe one of your own prompts and let the AI help you sketch a 15-case eval set across all 4 categories.